Hello, everyone. I hope that you're having a good Tuesday. I wanted to do a different type of video that I may be doing more often and just kind of give an explanation about, maybe some changes to my channel. So first of all, I am going to obviously always continue to do Bible studies because that is what my original purpose is for coming on YouTube and what I felt like God was calling me to do. But I may be paring it down to a little bit shorter or, just more simple Bible studies. And this is the reason. Because first of all, it takes a huge amount of time out of my day to research specific topics and gather all the information and put it in order that is going with a flow that makes more sense. And it's taking so much time out of my day and my weeks that I'm really kind of not getting some things done that I need to do at my own home and with our own family. So I want to kind of go back to being a little bit more simpler. So you may not see as many subject titles about certain subjects where they're just like a big Bible study on, researching a subject, because that takes a lot of time. Also, you may see more just of the phone with me, with my background. I know that people had commented about things flying in the back. I have birds back there. I have bees and hummingbirds, and you may see a fox back there that has, friended me, and raccoons and everything else. And they come in the daytime, actually. So basically, you may see some activity going back there. That might be more interesting. But anyways, and also just because, and you may not see the fancy cover things that go over the clip art type of things, because I pay for that service every month, and I just feel, and that's added work to even do that. So I think that I'm going to be going back to my more like my beginnings, a little bit more simpler Bible studies on subjects that I just, feel led to do during the day. And like today, I feel led to do something out of the book of Psalms. And the reason I do is because watching in my day, I will typically watch my favorite preppers, while I am doing chores, like doing dishes, making the bed, and so forth. And that's kind of how I get them in. I'm a very person that likes to be very active and not, sit still and, watch things very much. I kind of more do that in the evening when I finally relax. And so I get my good quality information from the preppers that I watch, who I feel are better than the regular news, by the way. I had just got done watching a little bit of Southern Prepper One, his newest Boots on the Ground from this morning, which was very good and also concerning. And, he was talking about massive issues with the medical supply chain, with contrast solution, with tubing, tons of reports from hospital workers, nurses, and even doctors telling him this. So that is a huge concern. And it's really a travesty when you think of the United States, of how we have all these abundant resources and we have shipped out all of our work to other countries. And we really need to get back to manufacturing our own things. Also there was a bit of news. I saw that in South Korea, there was a trucker strike going on, I think would be the 8th day today. And you may think, well, what does that have to do with us? But in actuality, it has to do with a lot of car production that we have in the United States, like Hyundai and various other ones, and also car chips. So there could be even more of a supply chain issue even with that. So, that is another thing to watch, as well as the stock market and all these things and these bad news. John from Pepper Nation also did a very good video today about the WEF and, really wanting to put RFID chips in kids' clothing. I encourage you to watch his video. And something that I found interesting, another frustrating thing for me with YouTube, It's like when I went on there, it showed that he had 175 comments, and there none would show. And so, there is a lot of censorship with YouTube. I see it with my channel, with me being shadow banned, not my channel, but me in general in the population of YouTube. A lot of my comments and things like that. I think they're watching heavily John's channel, and there's some stupid moderator that doesn't like him and obviously, suppresses a lot of things that he does, which is extremely unfair to his channel. He has a wonderful channel, and unsubscribes and things. Every time I make a channel, I lose subscribers. And so, which people may just not like my content, and that's totally fine. But I also think too, there is a YouTube element also in suppression. And so it's very frustrating to see what's going on in the United States with basically, suppressing true information, true news, having a bunch of nonsense out there, like what's going on with Meghan Markle and her, husband. Who cares? Johnny Depp, Amber Heard fiasco, the sham trials going on right now that they're blaring out on all the other channels. And so it gets to be frustrating, and it gets to be depressing to actually see what is going on with America. And in fact, yesterday I was at a point where I'm like, I don't even really want to hear anything. I just want to listen to some good music and have a nice day. And so I was reading today in Psalm, and that's where I'm getting to the Bible study instead of my rant, and reading in Psalm something that reminds me of who wins in the end. And I'm going to share that with you now. And it says in Psalm 75, "We thank you, O God. We give thanks because you are near. People everywhere tell of your wonderful deeds." And there are still Christians faithful to do that. God says, "At the time I have planned, I will bring justice against the wicked." Now notice that. At the time I have planned, I will bring justice to the wicked. And that is an encouragement to me, because I can't wait for that day. And I thank God for his grace and his mercy upon all of us who are saved and will be saved through Jesus Christ. And then continuing on in verse 7, "When the earth quakes and its people live in turmoil, I am the one who keeps its foundations firm." What do we see now? We see tons of turmoil, tons of weather things going on, tons of supply chain issues, a lot of fear and anxiety and lawlessness. But we need to remember, I am the one who keeps its foundations firm. He is in control. "I warned the proud, stop your boasting. I told the wicked, don't raise your fists. Don't raise your fists in defiance to heaven, or speak with such arrogance. For no one on earth from east or west, or even from the wilderness, should raise a defiant fist. If it is God alone who judges, he decides who will rise and who will fall. For the Lord holds a cup in his hand that is full of foaming wine mixed with spices. He pours out the wine in judgment, and all the wicked must drink it, draining it to its dregs. But as for me, I will always proclaim what God has done. I will sing praises to the God of Jacob. For God says, I will break the strength of the wicked, but I will increase the power of the godly." We know who wins. People, elites, the wicked in our world, they may raise their fist at God, but God is going to make them drink from the wine of his fury and wrath, and one day they will be judged. And I encourage anyone who doesn't know the Lord to accept the Lord before that day comes, because I really feel like it's coming soon. And Jesus Christ is merciful, and he does not want anyone to perish. So come to him. I hope that everyone has a great day, and God bless.